Okay. Hello, ladies. So, I have not put an update in a while because with IVF, it is a very slow process. So, there hasn't been anything to update. I've just been on birth control, and a few weeks ago, I can't remember, it's the end of September sometime, I went in and had my little ultrasound test thing done where they like blow up my, I keep saying blow up, but they didn't blow it up, but they put like a little balloon in my uterus and kind of inflate it to see if there's any polyps or anything like that. And they also put a couple tiny little tubes. I really do not know what it's called, and I'm kind of a loser because I'm trying not to psych myself out too much, and so I haven't really done not a whole lot of research, which is probably bad, but I don't want to know everything because I don't want it to be on my mind constantly. Like, it already kind of is, and I don't need to think about it more. And so I'm just kind of trusting my doctors and the Lord and just knowing that whatever is supposed to happen will happen. So I'm kind of a loser because I don't know what that test is that I had done. All I know is that my uterus passed with flying colors. My doctor said I was very healthy, you know, everything looked good, there was no problems, and so she was very happy, and we were very happy because that was the first test that we had done that came back positive. That was, there was nothing else following it, you know, with, you know, oh, we have to go on and do this and do that. And I think I said that in my last video, so whatever. Anyway, so we met with the IVF nurses, which I think I also said this in my last video, but I'll just go over it again because I can't remember what all I said. And this Sunday, the 19th, I will start my Lupron injections. I will do, here's my little calendar. I will do, it'll focus, 10, it's not going to focus. There we are. 10 units of Lupron for 2 weeks, and then I will go down to 5 units for 2 weeks. And actually the first 2 weeks that I do the 10 units, that, oh, I'm probably just doing the wall. Sorry, I wasn't watching my phone. The second week that I am doing the 10 units, I will go in for my ultrasound. So I'll go in for an ultrasound on the 29th, and we will do a screening to make sure that I'm not getting any, what are they called, cysts or anything from the Lupron. And so I'm hoping that that won't happen. I've never had cysts before, knock on wood, and hopefully I won't have to deal with that too. Because if there is any problems with the medication or like with the ultrasound, I don't know what kind of problems there would be, but we would just stop the cycle there and not continue. We would have to cancel the cycle and do it like next month or something like that. So I'm hoping and praying that there's no problems there. And then if everything's good for the ultrasound, and that's weird, I'm just reading my little thing. It says, expect a period sometime this week, which is the second week that I'm on the Lupron. I guess that's right, because I'll stop taking my birth control the first week that I'm on the Lupron. I'm sorry, this video is all over the place. I'll try to get my thoughts together. Anyway, so, Lupron, ultrasound, second week, and the reason I decided to do this video today is that I went and got my medication today, my Lupron today. They only gave me the Lupron. I'll get all the other injections after our ultrasound because they don't want you to pay for everything up front and then realize that we have to stop the cycle. So anyway, we'll do the Lupron now, and then I didn't realize this, but there's like 5 or 6 total like different injections or different medicines that need to be injected, plus 1 or 2 oral medications that I'll take, and then Eric will also take a medication, oral medication too, throughout this whole process. So I thought that was kind of crazy because this whole time I thought it was like 2 or 3 injections, but it's gonna end up being like 5 or 6. But we'll do it gladly. Also, a few weeks ago, we got our loan through. We do not have $20,000 laying around to do an IVF, so we had to, get a loan for it, or for most of it. At first, I wanted to go through American Medical Lending or something along those lines. I can't remember what it was called. And I applied for the exceptional one where if you have really good credit. And I was over the line for the credit, but Eric wasn't, and I didn't even think about that, and so they didn't approve us, and I was like devastated. I was crying, and I thought that was like our only option, and I didn't know. I don't know. It was emotional, and I was bawling because I thought that was like, well, that's it. Like, we don't have the money. We can't do it. Well, then my mom told me to call my bank and see what they could offer me. And they worked out a loan, like a personal loan, and then a little bit more on my car loan. And it ended up being so much better. It ended up being a blessing that I didn't get the American Healthcare Lending loan, because the interest that we are going to pay now is so much less. It'll save us about like $150 a month on our payments. And it was a blessing in disguise. And so my point is never freak out, because it will always work out in the end. Everything has always worked out. Even if this IVF cycle doesn't end up in a positive pregnancy test for us, I know it'll work out in the end. I know it'll be for one reason or another. If it doesn't work out, that something better will happen, or if it does work out, then that's fabulous. So I'm trying to stay positive with that. And anyway, I am super excited to start getting poked with needles every day. I just watched, I don't know if you guys have seen the story on a Utah couple who did IVF. They transferred 2 embryos, both implanted, and she became pregnant, and both split. So she is now pregnant with 2 sets of identical twins, and it's kind of crazy. And it's like, that happens like 1 in 70 million, chance. And, anyway, I was just watching their videos, and I just started crying, because it is slowly sinking in that this is happening. I'm going to be poked with needles every day, and we are going to have an egg retrieval, and we are going to hopefully get some embryos and stick those into my body. And oh my gosh, this is so real. Like, it's weird. It's super weird. It hasn't felt real until like today. And I'm super excited and happy. And I know we are all supposed to go through trials, because we do become stronger, in the end. I remember when Eric and I first started trying, and a year or so had passed, and I was so devastated that we had hit our year mark. We haven't had any progress. We didn't know what was happening. And I just kept telling Eric, like, there is no way that I can do IVF. I cannot go through that emotional roller coaster. I know I can't. I know it. And I just kept telling him that, like, there's no way that God can put us through this. There's no way. Like, God knows I can't do this. Well, time has passed, and we've been through a lot, and we have been able to accomplish a lot in this time together. And now this IVF has come, the one thing I thought I could never do. And I don't feel scared. I don't feel sad. I don't feel anxious. I'm sure that will all come as it gets closer. But it's weird. I feel so comforted, and I feel proud of myself, because I'm not scared. Like, I know what will happen, and I'm totally trusting into fate or God or whatever you want to say it is. I don't know. I just feel really good, and I hope that it ends in a positive test, and if not, like I said, I know it will work out in the end. Anyway, so as of right now, if everything goes well, we will do our egg retrieval sometime the second week in November. And then if the egg retrieval is good and we're able to get some embryos, we will do, let's see, we will do the actual transfer the 3rd week in November. So we're just kind of, you know, wavering on where my body is when we do the ultrasound and kind of go from there to see exactly what date it is. It's kind of crazy because I started a new job last week and it's kind of relaxed and chill, but it's new and it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's something I've never done before, and you know, it's stressful and it's intense, and I was like, I already have to take 2 days off. On my paper, it says after the transfer that we're supposed to do 2 to 3 days bed rest. And with some of the other IVF videos I've watched, you know, I know they say to take it easy that day, but there hasn't been 2 to 3 days bed rest. My nurse did say that I do not have to do the bed rest, especially since I'm at a desk job. But I don't know, should I even just take an extra day off just to be careful, or will it really matter, or is it probably better to go to work so that my mind's off of things? I don't know. I guess we'll kind of play by ear. Anyway, so that's my ramble jumbled update. That really probably wasn't an update. I can't remember all of what I said in my last video, and I probably could have watched it before I did this update, but that didn't happen. And the last like 6 updates, this is my background, my bed. I swear to you that I do not always sit in my bed, but I just end up doing my videos at night when I'm in bed. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And if you guys are doing your IVF sometime around me, you should personal message me and we can switch digits and kind of be weird and creepy together and kind of, you know, see when we're being poked with needles or taking certain medications or having hot flashes or whatever, or not. I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed. I love you guys. I hope you are all doing well. I hope that you all are staying positive, and I hope that if you are going through a trial right now or having a hard time because you're not getting pregnant or you don't have money or you've lost somebody or whatever that is, that you will find comfort somewhere. And my biggest advice to everyone who is going through a hard time is to fake it until you make it. Because I promise you, there were days that I wanted to cry all day and I didn't want to do anything, but I got up out of bed and put a fake smile on my face, and then slowly that fake smile turned into a real smile. And anyway, so there's some unwanted advice. Okay, I'm ending this video now. And there's my cat. Penny. Okay, this is over now.